Hi, it's your sis at Teal O Vision 8. I'd like to welcome you back to my channel. And you know I don't believe in telling anyone what to do, like comment, like, subscribe. But I will say I appreciate every view. I appreciate every like, every comment, or as my dear Sissy Kins would say, all the things. I really do appreciate you. And when that little notification comes off and tells me that a new subscriber has joined the fam, I just scream and giggle inside. I'm like, it's embarrassing, but anyways, I'm going to be doing a review tonight on the fragrance Sapphire Avri by Aroma Concepts. You ready? Let's get into it. Absolutely gorgeous, just stunning. The most stunning jeweled bottle that I have laid eyes on. In fact, I'm going to turn on this little light here and I'm going to let you see just how stunning. The pictures and videos really do it no justice. Absolutely stunning. Nice heavy cap, and it fits on nice and tight. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, let's get into some notes. In the top, knocking at that front door, are blueberry and blood orange. In the mid, making its way around the room, are cinnamon, licorice, and jasmine. And in the base are vanilla, caramel, and musk. Now, those are the notes according to the creator of the fragrance. And if you notice, I'm just a little bit side-eye when I say that, only because I feel like sometimes when they create a fragrance, they may not fully disclose all the notes that are in there. Maybe they want to make sure that the fragrance stays exclusive and that nobody looks at the notes and tries to duplicate the fragrance. Other times they'll list a note and that note will be undetectable in the fragrance, top, mid, or base. And I believe that sometimes maybe they put so little of that particular note in, maybe it gets kind of drowned out by everything else. But let me give you my thoughts and my opinion. And I'm going to finish that sentence by saying, you know that famous saying that says, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. I try to live by that. I'm going to try to live by that with this review. Let's finish getting into it. Do you remember I told you before that a fragrance needs to properly macerate and sometimes mature? Maceration is supposed to happen before you receive the fragrance. When it gets to you, that's when sometimes you have to let it mature. I have found that to be the case with many Middle Eastern fragrances. In saying that, I believe that my Sapphire Avri will have to mature. Oh my God. And probably for a couple of months. I've had it for a couple of weeks now. And unfortunately, I'm not picking up much of any blueberry. Like, I'm sniffing, I'm searching, really trying to pick it up. And unfortunately, I'm not getting it. I'm going to spray it on paper, but I'm actually going to spray it on skin as well. Yeah. It is in the family of, the scent profile family of Empire Victor. If you're familiar with that fragrance, that sugar, that zested lemon sugar cookie. I watched other influencers and people who reviewed the fragrance, and they were describing things like a delicious blueberry cake or blueberry frosting with buttercream cake. And you're probably wondering, why do you want to smell like a blueberry cake? I just thought it was fascinating. So I thought I would try it. But unfortunately, when you first spray it, you get that zested lemon sugar cookie, but by a narrow margin. What I'm getting, so sorry to say it, but is a lemon cleaner. And after you get past the top notes, where a hint, an inkling of the blueberry kind of peeks around, and sort of like not the guest that visits or the guest that knocks at the front door. It's more like the Amazon delivery guy who brings your package, knocks at the door, and then they're out of there. Yeah, the blueberry is almost undetectable and out of there. There's no lime listed, but there's a strong citrus, and I'm guessing they're saying that that's the blood orange, but there's a strong lime, lemon zestiness to it. Cinnamon, I do not detect it at all. I don't detect any spice or cinnamon. Not getting a lot of floral either. I'm getting really, when it dries down to the base, that lemon cleaner, and not the necessarily nice kind of lemon, like where you're like fresh and clean. No, it's that strong lemon that needs to cut through grime and soap scum type cleaner. But I'm not giving up. This is going into my maturation pile. I'm going to let it mature for a couple months, and I'm going to come back and do another review. This may just be for layering, and I'm so sorry, Aroma Concepts, and I'm not going to declutter it because the bottle is gorgeous, so it's here to stay. Whenever something goes into the maturation pile, I always make sure, I do this when I first get the fragrances, I pump it a couple times, I do a couple sprays, but I did do an additional, I think 7 or 8 sprays just to kind of clear the straw. That's something that you have to do sometimes with Middle Eastern fragrances. So I did pump the spray, clear the spray out, and I'm going to let her sit for a couple months. I'm a little disappointed, but again, gorgeous bottle. And it's not a horrible fragrance. It's just a very cleaning type zesty lemon with a little bit of sweetness. So another review to come. One little sneak peek of what's ahead. Now, many of the fragrances that I do reviews on, they are unisex, but coming up, I'm going to be doing reviews on some more masculine leaning fragrances. One is Island by Kadlaj. This is more of a tropical smell for men. Love it. Smells really, really good. This is 9 p.m. by Afnan. When my husband wears this one, oh, love, love, love. And also have Amber Oud by Al Haramain. Isn't this absolutely stunning presentation? This is an interesting smell. It's on the sweeter side, but not sweet like fruit. But we'll get more into that review. That's all coming up. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me again. You know I just love this. I appreciate you. Let me remind you that no one, absolutely no one, loves you more than God. Continue to stay blessed. Bye.